Right, the Epstein files, they're out, but the House Oversight Committee's Epstein investigation that is still going strong. The Clintons are set to be deposed later this month. But this morning, it was Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell's turn. She appeared before the committee remotely from a federal prison and kept repeating the same line over and over again. Take a look.
Maxwell, did you at any time play any role in Jeffrey Epstein's activities involving the recruitment, grooming, or trafficking of young women or girls?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, have you ever coerced, directed, or otherwise instructed any young woman or girl to provide sexual favors to Mr. Epstein or any other individual?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Can you please provide us with all the names of other additional co-conspirators to the crimes perpetuated by you and Jeffrey Epstein?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
And House Oversight's work doesn't stop with Epstein. The committee is also trying to figure out how Congresswoman Omar and her husband saw their net worth increase from a few $1,000s to millions and millions of dollars while she served in Congress. Here now with the very latest on both investigations, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer is with us. Okay, she invokes the Fifth, not a surprise. However, through her attorney, she says that if she was granted clemency, she would tell the entire truth and that President Trump and President Clinton are innocent of any wrongdoing, and that she, would explain in detail why she knows that to be true. Thoughts on that?
Well, several months ago, she said she would come testify in front of the House Oversight Committee if we would grant her immunity. There was very little support on the House Oversight Committee after we met with the victims, and they described just horrible crimes committed by Ms. Maxwell. There was very little support to grant her immunity. Now she's come back and said, well, she'll talk if she's granted clemency by President Trump. And oh, by the way, I can prove that Donald Trump and Bill Clinton both were innocent. So, that's going to be a decision up to President Trump. I don't think there's a lot of public support to grant her clemency. You saw the questions that were asked in the deposition today. These were questions that every American, regardless of political ideology, would ask. And she continued to invoke her Fifth Amendment rights to avoid self-incrimination. It was very disturbing to watch because the questions were so bad when you're talking about underage girls and co-conspirators and just the lack of emotion and the pleading the Fifth to avoid self-incrimination. It was very disturbing.
All right. Let me go to Congresswoman Omar. My understanding is that her and her husband, their wealth went from about $51,000 in 2023 to upwards of $30 million in 2024. How is that mathematically possible?
Well, it would be very difficult if that were legit. Then he needs to be on Maria Bartiromo's show every morning giving financial advice. But we've been informed in the last few hours that the Ethics Committee is probably going to have to be the committee that takes that investigation up. I'm disappointed to learn that. We thought that the Oversight Committee could do that. So we're going to be writing a letter in the morning referring this to the Ethics Committee. And it's a simple investigation, Sean. There are two companies listed on Omar's husband's financial disclosure form. Both were one was worth between $1,000 and $5,000, and then the very next year it was worth between $1 and $5 million. Another one was worth, I think, $25,000, and the next year was worth between $5 and $30 million, based on the ranges on the financial disclosure form. Either way, those are significant increases in value. We just have questions that any American would have. What type of businesses are these? We know that the Department of Justice in the Biden administration was investigating Omar's husband for reports of fraud. We know there's a winery in question that has a big value on there that some believe isn't worth anything. So there are a lot of questions. This investigation shouldn't take long. She should just willingly come in, she and her husband, and answer these questions. It shouldn't take more than 15 minutes. But thus far, over the last 2 weeks, it's been crickets from Omar.
All right, we'll wait. I'd like to get investment tips from her and maybe Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
Congressman, thank you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.